Gentlemen, let's be real. There's two types of men out there. One who owns it like a boss, and the other who blames everything from the economy to their zodiac sign on why they're struggling. Look, I don't care how smart you are, how talented you are, how much potential you think you have. If you don't take ownership of your life, then you will never reach your full potential. And look, that's not just me saying that. That is straight from Jocko Willey, a former Navy SEAL commander, leadership expert, and author of one of the best books I've ever read called Extreme Leadership, How a Navy SEAL Leads and Wins. And it's, like I said, it's probably one of the most powerful books I ever read. It made me really look deep into myself. And look, this book lays out a very simple truth. Everything in life is your responsibility. The good, the bad, the ugly. Absolutely no excuses. No blaming others. Just extreme ownership for your career, your relationships, your finances, your health, really your entire life. So today, I'm going to be talking about extreme ownership, what it means, why it separates real men from weak men, and how to apply it to your life. So, let's get at it. Hey, I'm Rob Johnson. I want to welcome you to the Legacy Gentleman channel. On this channel, every day we talk about the values, skills, and works that be admired and desired 1,000 years from now. And when you have it, you, sir, would be a legacy gentleman. Have you ever met a dude who blames everything and everybody for his problems? The economy is trash. Boss is a hater. Women these days just don't respect real men like me. The government keeps holding me down. See, Jocko Willey says that in extreme ownership, that when a leader fails the SEAL team, they don't blame the sailors, they don't blame the weather, they don't even blame bad intel. They own it. They say, it is my responsibility. How do I fix it? And in the same vein, Galatians 6, verse 5 said, for each one should carry their own load. So in other words, your life is your responsibility. Just own it and make it better. So here's the first lesson from extreme ownership. No more excuses, no more blaming. From now on, everything in your life, it's on you. All right, so let's talk about your career. Have you ever met the guy at work who complains about his boss all freaking day long, right? But they're also the dude who shows up, a little bit late, half-asses their job, and spends more time scrolling through Instagram than actually working. See, in extreme ownership, Jocko says there are no bad teams, only bad leaders. So look, that means if you're not getting promoted, if you're not making money, if you're not getting the respect you want, the first place you look is in the mirror. So instead of blaming your boss, ask yourself, am I showing up early? Am I staying late? Am I making myself valuable to the organization? Am I taking initiative, or am I just waiting to be told what to do? Here's the thing that happened for me, right? When I joined the Navy, I just didn't like to be told what to do. And my mom was really worried because she was like, you don't like to be told what to do. You got to march and do whatever the military tells you. But when I got there, me not liking to be told what to do led me to figure out what needs to be done and doing it before someone told me. And what ended up happening is they put me in charge of other people. And guess what, man? If you're not doing stuff like that at work, then the problem's not the job. The problem's not the boss. The problem is you and the initiative you're taking. Because like I said, it works even in the military. So what will it do with your job, taking that initiative, taking that ownership, taking that idea of making yourself valuable for the organization? Guys, get out there and do it. It's in you. You see what needs to be done. You can make it happen. All right, so gentlemen, let me ask you this question. Take your time to think about it. But is every one of your exes freaking crazy? Do you really think that's just bad luck? Nah, homie. Their common denominator is you, and you picking bad women. Once again, in extreme ownership, Jocko talks about how leaders take full ownership of their team's performance if something's going wrong, they don't blame the sailors. They fix it with their leadership. Same thing applies in your love life, man. If you're in a bad relationship, if your woman doesn't respect you, if you keep attracting the wrong type of people, there's a reason. Maybe it's time for you to level up really as a man. Maybe it's time for you to stop waiting for the perfect woman and become the kind of man that she'd respect. And for a lot of men, it's absolutely time for us to start leading and stop complaining. Ownership in a relationship equals take the lead, gentlemen. Look, you set the standards and you own the role as a leader. Women want it, women need it, and if you're 18 or you're 80, it ain't too late to start leading that relationship. Your reputation is built on ownership. Look, your word, your work ethic, your character, they all determine how people will treat you. Like I said, I think your reputation is that thing that's gonna last after you're gone. So if people don't treat you with respect, it is really time that you ask yourself this question. Look, are you being consistent in your action, or do you kind of flake out on stuff? Do you say you're gonna do it and don't do it? Do you say you're gonna show up and you don't do it? Can people trust the words coming out of your mouth? So yeah, do you follow through on your word? Do you make empty promises that you said and then nobody believes it anyway? Gentlemen, do you hold yourself to a high standard, or are you someone who just cuts corners? Look, your reputation, it is earned. It's earned every day by your actions and what you do and don't follow through with. And when you make excuses, absolutely hurting that reputation. So, all right, guys, so here's where we get real. If you're not where you want to be, then what do you actually do? Look, it's this simple. Fix it. If your money is low, fix it. Get some new skills, work harder, and stop wasting your money. If your body is weak, fix it. Eat better, hit the gym, and stay consistent on it. If your relationships are toxic, fix it. Set standards, communicate, leave, and if you ain't married, cut off some relationships. If your life is a mess, your first thought is, whose fault is this? Instead of how can I fix it? Then gentlemen, you are losing. Time to fix it. All right, I'm running out of time, so let me wrap this up for you. Your career, own it with your work ethic. Your relationships, lead with responsibility. Your reputation, your word and your actions will define you. For mindset, gentlemen, no excuses, only solutions. Tonight, here's what I want you to do. I challenge you to write down one area of your life where you can recognize that you're blaming other people. Ask yourself, what can you do to fix it? And then make it happen. Because at the end of the day, gentlemen, we don't make excuses. So until next time, stay sharp, stay accountable, go out there and own your life, and go be legendary.